I believe in IPA, income producing assets.
Income producing assets. Yo, let's get up. You got to clap that up for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So what that means is, make sure you purchase things that can sooner or later give you an income, the money you spent for them plus some times 10 coming back into your pocket.
Wow.
So when you purchase these things, clothes or jewelry or vehicles, figure out a way where it can pay you, instead of you keep paying it.
Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Williams. I Talk Gray. We in the building here with a legend, Bitcoin Rodney. What's going on, brother?
What's good, bro? It's your boy, BitcoinRodney.com.
Yeah. How you been, man?
Man, glad to be here, man. Glad to be upon I Talk Gray Radio, where everything is not black and white. Love being here and getting some of the real questions answered by you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Indeed.
I just saw you was at the NBA All-Star game the other day.
That's right. I was in Utah. It was crazy because I normally would not be in cold-ass Utah.
Yeah, what was that like?
Man, it was actually pretty great. I was able to talk with a lot of individuals, a lot of networking, a lot of fun. Utah has never seen that many black people in one time. They were shocked that we were there, but we came there, had a great time, man.
Yeah.
And, no problems. I was able to meet up with Karl Malone.
I saw you with Flavor Flav.
Oh yeah, I mean, me and Flavor Flav did a lot of interviews for me, or he worked in the ring because that's the own celebrity boxing. So he was
really.
He was he was one of the ring announcers at most of my events.
What? Get out of here.
Yep. Flavor
Hold on.
Flav.
So you used to own a celebrity boxing?
Yeah, I was part owner of celebrity boxing along with a guy named Damon Felton.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So what made you get out of that?
It just wasn't coming together the way I wanted it to be. I wanted to make sure it was to an area where it could be bought by a huger market.
Yeah.
And then buy us out. And I'm pretty sure that's still what he's trying to do. He saw it one way, I saw another. So sometimes you get split ways. But
yeah,
I still wish the best for celebrity boxing. And it was fun. And we had Black China there fighting.
Yeah. I saw that one.
Yeah. So a few of those I had, a big hand in making it happen. And it went good, then, and we'll see what happens in the future.
Okay. Yo, I saw you pull up in the big body. Like, it looked customized. Are you renting them things out, Toro?
Yeah. Well, I do have a luxury car rental, and how I got it was, I started buying a bunch of vehicles. But I didn't buy these vehicles for me to look good in. I bought these vehicles for me to earn a check in. Like most guys buy these cars because they want to just look good, they want to flex, they want for the girls. But these cars are expensive. You're talking $500,000 or more a piece.
Yeah.
And I want those cars to pay me back that plus, right? I believe in IPA, income producing assets.
Income producing assets. Yo, let's get up. You got to clap that up for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So what that means is, make sure you purchase things that can sooner or later give you an income, the money you spent for them plus some times 10 coming back into your pocket.
Wow.
So when you purchase these things, clothes or jewelry or vehicles, figure out a way where it can pay you, instead of you keep paying it.
Facts. Okay, that man dropping gems straight out the gate. Before we get a little further, where you from, though?
I'm actually was born in Washington, D.C.
Really?
Yeah, Southeast, D.C. General.
Okay.
In the hood.
In the hood?
In the hood.
Did the environment in the hood shape you any kind of way for, like, what you got going on right now?
I mean, you'd be surprised because I was raised in a whole bunch of different assets. Mm-hmm. So my stepfather was in the Marine Corps, so I was raised a lot in Hawaii, California, in the military by my stepfather.
Okay.
And then I lived in the hood a little bit when I lived in Washington, D.C. I lived in the state of Maryland. I lived in Mississippi. I lived in, because my stepfather was in the Marine Corps, we traveled a lot around the world.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot. So I had a lot of what you want to call that we're looking for.
You got a lot of influences? Or?
No. I gained a lot by this. I forgot the word, but I gained a lot by traveling around the world.
Oh, okay.
Being in my stepfather.
You was broadening your horizon by seeing different things and seeing different places.
So I learned
like that.
a lot quickly, growing up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you go to school or anything like that? Or?
Yeah, I went to college. I went to college in Atlanta, Georgia. I went to DeVry.
Really?
That's correct. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
educated. I'm educated.
Okay, so you got some geekness going on
A
in
little
there.
bit.
Geek,
Yeah, I
geek.
actually was a geek growing up.
You was.
Yeah, I was a geek. You know, I was into because right now, as you can tell, that I speak pretty quickly because my brain thinks so fast.
Yeah, it's like a CPU.
Yeah, and sometimes my mouth can't keep up with some of the words and information that the brain is, putting out there. So
Yeah.
my words may slur because I'm trying to get it out real quickly.
Yeah.
You know, because I was very, very smart when I was young. I'm still a little bit smart. Not much, a little bit.
So did you get labeled as like a lame because you was geek?
A little bit. So it's funny because when I lived in Washington, D.C., everybody thought I was from California.
You thought you was on the west side?
Yo, everybody thought I was from Cali, either Cali or New York, even though I was, living in Washington, D.C.
Oh.
I also went to school in North Carolina because I started going to school here and then got into a lot of trouble. And I ended up going to school into North Carolina.
Okay.
If I finished that.
Okay.
Then went from North Carolina to college in Atlanta, Georgia.
Did you see anybody now that you used to see from school that thought you was a lame and you like, hey,
Exactly.
look at your boy now?
Hey, oh, yo, let me tell you something, man. The best freaking revenge is success.
No, facts.
Bro, I just see girls that would never give me a time of day. And they see me now, I'm like, excuse me. Hey. I be like, nah, I'm good, you know.
Did you see what happened to Michael B. Jordan?
Oh, it's funny because I know the young lady who interviewed him.
Really?
I know her very well.
She's a podcaster, I think.
Yeah, podcast. She's very, very cool, though. I met her in person. She's a very good person. But, that's happened to me, too, as well.
That's
But
crazy.
I seen that. I heard about it. And I've met a lot of individuals, especially now, people from my old school.
Yeah.
Like, hey, hop in my DM. Remember me? Da-da-da-da.
Remember me?
Remember me? You know?
Nah. But it's crazy.
But they remember you.
Yeah. Oh, well, of course. Because now
remember
they
you.
see.
Right.
That's why I don't block people.
Why
I don't put my page on private.
You gotta let them see the success. Man.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta let them see the ups and the downs. You gotta let them see, the struggle along the way.
Yeah.
So, because everybody thinks. So, let me tell you a little secret. Let me tell you a little story. A lot of times you see a duck in the water, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And that duck is like he's moving slowly across the water, right? But under that damn water, he is paddling his ass off. But you can't see that. That's that heart that's inside.
Yeah.
Now, everybody's gonna see that, that struggle, that paddling every day. They think everything is smooth on the surface. But believe you me, bro, you got to get up early in the morning, go to bed late at night, man, to get things done.
Yeah.
I just make it look easy.
So what's your routine looking like, though?
The routine definitely varies depending on how late I stay up or what's going on. But my routine basically is to read or listen to something very, very positive at least 15 to 20 minutes every single night.
Really?
And
Before you go to sleep?
Either before I go to sleep, sometime in the afternoon, while I'm in the sauna, while I'm on the can, somewhere, somehow. I got to be reading it because there's so much negative coming towards you every single day. If you don't put enough positive in it, you're not going to be able to get the positive out because so much negative is overflowing or over-influencing what you've read.
Facts.
So you got to keep the positive coming in. And not just motivation. You need direction. Not just, make me high.
Yeah.
I need to get high. I need to find out a way what to do every single day to get out of the situation that I'm in.
Yeah. So have you seen a better state of sleep since you've been reading and doing that?
I mean, to be honest with you, bro, I can't wait to get the hell up. I have enough sleep when I'm dead. You
Facts.
know, I mean, people say I need my sleep. Well, look at where you at. I mean, how much sleep do you really need? I mean, clearly it ain't working for you.
Yeah.
So you got to figure out a way to put certain things inside that time. I mean, the average person really only needs 4 to 6. 4 to 6. If you read in Google, you only need 4 to 6. And if you're on the West Coast, then you're on the East Coast, you're losing 3 hours.
No, that's facts.
People on the West Coast are already up doing business.
Yeah, you're right.
And you still sleep.
And you still counting sheep.
Yeah, you still counting sheep. You know what I mean? I may get up sometimes around 5:30 a.m. and start writing down, if I ain't going to bed by 5:30. But sometimes I'm writing down some of my goals.
Yeah.
What's I got to do, the day before? What have I accomplished so far? You gotta learn to get from the day instead of trying to get through the day. Learn to get from the day instead of trying to get through the day. That's more important. That's how you're going to be able to gauge.
That was a bar right there.
Yeah, that's how you're going to learn what you've done, what you've accomplished every day.
Yeah.
Write down what you haven't done, figure out why you didn't do it, what stopped you,
Yeah. Okay.
And it's not always going to go perfect.
No, of course. It's going to be
But
ups and downs.
you just make sure, you iron it out, what's right, what's wrong, and your positive and your negatives and figure it out.
Yeah. So I was doing my due diligence, right? Mm-hmm. And I saw you did a little time. Was that your Thug Boy era or?
Yeah, that was the Thug Boy era. Well, this is my thought, and there's no excuse here. One thing about me is I'm very 1,000% transparent.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and fresh out of high school. Couldn't really feed myself. And I got into the game, bro, and I had to feed myself.
The game.
Hustling game.
Okay, all right.
Got out there, got around some people, and learned the game quick. Did very well in the game until I didn't do well in the game. You know what I mean? And then,
so were you in it, or were you just affiliated with people that were in it?
Oh, brother, I was in it.
Okay.
I was in it in a major way.
Okay.
And also affiliated as well.
Okay.
Some things I can't mention on this radio show. But I did my time.
Yeah.
I paid my debt to society.
Mm-hmm.
And those times when I was away, I used to pray, hope that I was able to make it out alive. Because when you're in, the feds, it's a good possibility, that depending on who you are, you may not make it out.
Yeah.
Depends on what happens in there. But one of the most things that was very, very important to me when I was there is that one thing I always asked for was to have friends and family send me books so I could read and study and get with me. You know what
Wow.
I mean, I got to the point where I learned even OBE, outer body experiences. When I was able to leave out my body, get that much focus and concentration.
It was astral projecting.
Exactly.
Okay.
Being able to leave and look around and, and go out.
So you was doing that while you was in the Bing?
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
I spent that time to become a better me, the best me. So one of the issues that I have with a lot of individuals, I'll say it again, one of the issues that I have with a lot of individuals is that they say, you know what, I'm just going to do me. Doing you got you where you are.
Yeah, facts.
You got to do the best you. The best you is what you're looking for. It's the best you is what you're trying to conquer, not the you. The you got you everything you got today or don't have today.
Yeah.
Is that got you. They're trying to be you. It's because the tongue is a two-edged sword.
No, you telling.
And most people are hung by the tongue.
No, you're right.
So you got to be very, very careful on some of the things or most things that you speak about. Like when somebody says, "Oh, do you understand?" I said, "No, I overstand. You understand. I don't understand jack. I overstand everything."
Exactly. So while you were in there, did you go in with that type of mindset of wanting to learn and be better, or did you acquire that while you were there?
No, I went in there mad as hell. The nigga that snitched on me. I ain't gonna be mad. I'm not even gonna bullshit you, bro.
I went in
there mad as hell. You know what I mean? Because somebody else put me in there. But then I learned one thing as I stayed in there and talked to a lot of guys in there who were more wiser than me, and I kept reading more and more. Is when you point your finger at somebody, you got three fingers pointing back at you. So at the end of the day, it's your choice. Your decision is what got you to where you are. No one else's fault because you got this happen to you or that happened to you. You put yourself in that position.
Yeah.
Either by thought, talk, or choice.
Yeah.
Some way, shape, form, or fashion. So once you learn how to take responsibility for these type of things, a better off you will be of playing the damn blame game.
No, facts. But what's your thought about snitching? This whole snitching culture. You seen the thing with Gunna, I mean, I get it, but I feel like it's crazy. Like, people will say they street until it's time to deal with the heat, and they start the free speech.
Until they offer you that football number. 76, 84, 92.
But where do you think all this comes from? Like,
I believe this, man. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
Okay.
Do your own time, or stay out of it.
Stay out of that situation.
Yeah, as best you can, because these things come with consequences.
No, you're right.
They come with consequences, and if you can't do you can't do that time, I suggest you leave it alone. Try something else.
Yeah, exactly.
And these days, it ain't like the old days.
Yeah.
These guys are
AI everywhere.
These guys are singing They don't care, because they don't care no more. You know what I mean?
These guys are singing.
They telling now before the 48 hours, man, come into the room. So I got it written down for you already. Yeah. Boo Boo, Johnny, all those niggas did it.
They all was there, man. It was, yo, man, we caught.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Exactly.
Come out, man. They got us.
So I mean, if you're gonna do a crime, do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody said wear a whole hoodie, everything, so the cameras don't see you. Because these days you got cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
You got when you're on the glasses. They got now you can't escape it.
You can't escape it.
I mean, you can't even speed too much. You're not getting a ticket. So
No, facts.
So I suggest leave it alone. There's so many ways today. Let me give you a good example.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I know because you want to ask me a question about
No. Go ahead.
about Bitcoin and crypto, right? In crypto, the reason why I got into crypto, one of the things I heard and learned to be fact is that crypto creates over 800 millionaires per day.
What?
Facts.
Why ain't a millionaire?
Good question. People say, well, I lost in Bitcoin. I got in. I lost a fortune. The reason why you lost because you weren't properly educated first.
So you feel like you should get a coach?
You definitely need a coach first.
Okay.
Somebody who has the same benefits and the same outcome that you want. That's somebody trying to get over on you. Somebody who wishes you well. That's somebody who wants to get rich off of your investment.
But that'd be hard to find now, though. Everybody's a guru. And then you get the DMs. I could get you this in Bitcoin and da-da-da-da-da.
Bro, I'm telling you something. That is true. Everybody's in your DM, but I never DM somebody and say, help me get rich.
Yeah.
People come find me.
Yeah.
I don't chase no money. I attract it.
Yeah, let's get that.
Now, you never realize that you see somebody chasing the bag.
Yeah.
You never ever get the bag. The bag keep running from them because you're not learning to attract the bag. And another question that comes to is our branding, especially as us, right?
I see you well branded. You got merch for sale?
Yeah, at BitcoinRodney.com.
Okay, y'all make sure y'all hit that link in the bio.
Yeah. So, you got Bitcoin hats, you got shirts, we got everything. We even got the big diamond necklaces, everything.
I see it. You bling.
You know what I mean? But the reason, the same way, if you ride down the street and you see a Pepsi-Cola truck, a Coca-Cola truck, the big truck says Coca-Cola, has his name on it.
Yeah.
Everybody, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, these are dudes' first and last names we bought.
No, facts.
Hennessy on your shirt, that's somebody's last name.
Yeah.
I think it's Michael or John Hennessy, whatever it is, yeah. Somebody's last name.
Yeah.
Why can't we just do it ourselves as well?
No, you're right.
And the best way to do it is wear it.
So how do we close the wealth gap?
The best way to close the generational wealth gap is by riding the most tremendous waves that are here today. Like when I first started the crypto, in 2017, that's when I first got in. That one to me was one of the best ways to close the wealth gap because I had already missed the .com era. I had missed that because I was away, you know. And when I was away, I said, I need to figure out how to make it on the next
big wave.
The next big wave.
Yeah.
And then I got into crypto. And when I got into crypto, I tried to actually tell a lot of my friends about crypto. But they didn't get in because I wasn't successful enough. It didn't mean anything coming from me yet. I hadn't established myself as an expert in the crypto area. So nobody really listened. And so then I started talking to my friends overseas, Italy, Africa, Norway, places like that. They all got in. They hungry over there. They're not like in the U.S. See, we too comfortable over here.
No, fact. They're more ambitious over there.
Super ambitious. I was at this one meeting one time, right? And after the meeting, this is in Japan, I think it was, or China.
Mm-hmm.
After the meeting, I left my bag in the office. It's like 1, 2 in the morning. I go back to the office. This is in China. And the grandma was in there with people in the audience watching her draw circles with a baby on her back. At 1, 2 in the morning, she was showing the plan of how to get rich. At 1, 2 in the morning with a baby on her back.
Damn.
When I saw that, I said,
the work ethic is different.
It just inspired me.
Yeah.
That this grandma and the average guy or girl in the U.S. say, I need my sleep. But you living in poverty. You living in poverty.
Yeah.
And you want sleep?
Yeah.
If you keep on sleeping, you're going to be sleeping in poverty.
I tell people that all the time. We've been conditioned to self-destruct. And when it's time to construct, we mess it up.
Well, the reason why that happens because the only way to get rid of a bad habit is correct it with a good habit, which takes 21 days.
No facts.
Anything you do positively for 21 days can supersede a bad habit.
Yeah.
That's why you think most of your friends are your friends, and they're really just associates.
Yeah, people you knew for a long time.
Yeah, you got to get rid of them. You got to get rid of them, man. You got to get by yourself. That's why a lot of times I buy a lot of Lamborghini because they're two-seaters. It's just me. You know what I mean? You know,
He said it's just me.
it's just me. You know what I mean? Whoever
Nah,
I decide, to ride with me.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
my son or whatever, because I don't have a room for just a bunch of people just want to hang.
Yeah.
And want to eat when the shit is good.
Nobody adding to the pot.
Nah, man.
Bringing
They
nothing to the
just
table.
want to. They see me doing good. They want to. Oh, remember me, man? I was your boy back. Nigga, you weren't shooting me in the gym. You wasn't that shit with me in the gym.
Yo, so what is a Bitcoin? For the people that don't know.
Bitcoin is a digital currency that is made by a actual mathematical equation by supercomputers, basically. It is like, but it can be used from peer to peer, and is actually centralized,
Okay.
right? Or decentralized, depending on how you use it. Like I can buy a car from you right now, and no one know that I did a transaction but me and you. Like
Really?
so, I bought my Lamborghini from a place called Newport Lamborghini in California, and it was a transaction. They were in California and now they're in Washington D.C. And I found them on the internet. And I made a phone call, told them what kind of car I wanted, and they sent me, an invoice through BitPay, a merchant account.
BitPay.
BitPay, BITPAY.
Okay.
I just scanned it with my phone, put the amount in, and that car was paid for in 10 minutes
So you bought it with Bitcoin?
with Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, it was one of the biggest World Star videos. It went viral that I bought my car with Bitcoin. I'm one of the first guys to buy a Lamborghini with Bitcoin.
So it's not trackable at all.
So you can track it on the thing you asked me earlier about on blockchain. So, but on blockchain, you'll see 2 or 3 or 4 long addresses. But it does not say who those addresses belong to. So they can't say that, I did this with you.
Yeah.
Unless you tell them, right?
Okay.
But it is where you can track it. Like you say, I sent you $100,000. I said, well, send me your, information from your page, and I'll match it to the blockchain to see if you actually did it or not.
Yeah.
And I can actually see, it did come through. It's just taking a while to get through. Sometimes those transactions can be busy depending on what's going on that day on the exchange. So it may take a while sometimes for it to get through, or sometimes it can take, 2 seconds or 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But, we can always track it there to see. Now, if you send money to me and you don't copy the address correctly, you can go to somebody else. Now, all you know is that it did go through, but I didn't get it.
But you didn't get it.
Because you got one number or letter off, it went somewhere else.
And they're not sending it back.
They did not send it back. I mean, I made a mistake one time. I sent $80,000 to the wrong person.
What?
Yeah, that's how I learned. That's how I learned. That's how I learned.
Damn.
Yep. This is when I first got into the business,
Yeah.
I was quickly trying to do a transaction. I copied and pasted the wrong address, and I sent $80,000, and I never saw it again. And believe me, brother, it hurt.
Damn. What?
Back then, oh my God.
Lose $80 in that. Hurt.
Exactly.
Wow. So where does the value come from?
The value is like supply and demand. So let me give you an example. So $1 in USD is also equal to $1 in Bitcoin. So they're both the same as far as value, right? But the value for crypto sometimes is higher.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's lower, depending on what's going on in the world at that time. Sometimes crypto is like stock. It can go up and down depending on innuendo. It can go up and down according to the rumors of the world. If China says, we no longer want Bitcoin in China.
Yeah.
Then if they cut everything off, so Bitcoin might go lower in the U.S. depending on that rumor. Or something good happens. Let's say another state, Argentina, says, hey, we're now going to pay all of our employees here in Argentina with Bitcoin. Bitcoin might go up. So it depends on the supply and the demand.
Okay, so it's similar like the stock market.
Yes.
Okay.
Similar, yes.
So what about the whole mining process? Do you have to do that?
I mean, you as a person do not, but in order for you even to receive crypto, it has to be mined first. It's like, for example, when you had, back in the day when you had the gold rush.
Okay.
The people who dug for gold, they didn't make all the money. people who mined it, people who had the picks and shovels, they made the most
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Not the people who out there looking for gold. So.
Okay. So are the banks involved with crypto in any type of way?
The banks are slowly but surely learning more and more about crypto now than ever. They actually have no choice but to either pick it up. But right now, we have so many, as your talk show is, I Talk Gray, is that there's a lot of gray areas in crypto.
Facts.
And
Explain those gray areas for the people.
I mean, for example, people always ask me, Rodney, do you pay taxes on crypto, right? And I always say, number one, get an accountant or a lawyer first. You know what I mean? I'll give you my professional opinion.
Yeah.
But but go make sure you talk to your tax attorney first. So, Bitcoin is is decentralized. Number one.
What does that mean, though?
So you got centralized, which means that you have centralized exchanges where you got to get a KYC. KYC stands for Know Your Customer. And so most times you have an exchange like Coinbase or whatever, and they want all your information first. They want your name, blood type,
your social,
everything,
your
right?
DNA.
Right, because they want to be able to tax that money.
Okay.
And make sure you're not a terrorist or you're trying to do any type of anything illegal, money laundering or anything like that.
Okay.
So that's decentralized. I mean, that's centralized. Right?
Okay.
If you're decentralized, you may be on an exchange that doesn't ask those kind of questions or very little, right? So that's the difference. One is being tracked, one is not being tracked. One is you're on the market,
okay.
and one is not on the market.
All right.
Similar, something like that, right? So, I forgot the question.
I thought I asked you how are the banks involved?
Okay, yeah. So some banks are involved. Like, for example, you have the only coin I think that is really not really a crypto, but it's on the crypto market is XRP.
XRP, I've been seeing that.
Yeah, XRP. And I made my first real large money off XRP. And by accident, actually.
By accident?
By accident. I mean, I'm being transparent. Accident. I didn't know what I was doing. Some guy.
That's crazy.
Some guy, he hopped in my DM on Facebook. I was talking about crypto, on my page, how I'm about to learn this new stuff.
Yeah.
And he says, Rodney, go and buy a thing called a Ripple. Like, what the hell is Ripple? Something like, some alcohol, Ripple, alcohol. He says, no, XRP. It's a new coin. It's only 1.5 cents right now. And at the time, I didn't really have any money. I was just talking shit.
Yeah.
And so I went and borrowed the money from somebody, right? I need to borrow this money, bro. They didn't know I'm pretty good with money, and they gave me the money. And I was only supposed to buy like $1,000 worth at a time until I learned it. But when I had to buy Bitcoin first. I really didn't understand the decimal points and how to purchase it or how to use it.
Yeah.
And I ended up buying $10,000 worth of Ripple or XRP at 3 cents.
What?
And it went to $3.
Damn. So what's that looking like after?
I don't even want to say right now. Let's just say a lot of zeros.
That's crazy.
Yep. And I've never really told anybody about that except for a few different interviews.
Yeah.
But I made the guy, you're not going to believe this. The guy that I borrowed the money from, I tried to give him back 10 times over the money I borrowed, right? Mm-hmm. He ain't believe me. He said, man, just give me back what I gave you.
What?
He wouldn't even take it. That's how bad our people don't believe. They only believe in things they can see.
No, you're right. Cause man, we be getting hoaxed out here. I ain't gonna front. I kind of was like, I don't know.
I mean, so when I first hit it kind of big, right? Started buying Lamborghinis and stuff. People were hitting up my YouTube channel like, oh, I saw it out at the store when he leased it. I mean, they were I seen it at the store. It's not his. He leased that car.
Yeah.
I leased it and put my name on it. So I mean, people were hating. They were trolling like crazy.
But is there a problem with leasing? Because I be seeing a lot of like financial professionals say that it's better to lease than buy.
Definitely nothing wrong with leasing. It's definitely a great write-off too as well.
Okay.
Right? But you just cannot lease with Bitcoin.
Okay.
Right? So maybe you can now, but at that time you could not.
All right.
So right now with crypto, there's a lot of things you can purchase with crypto. I mean, you can buy a car. You can buy a house. You can buy a boat.
You've been seeing it a lot lately.
Oh, I mean, nobody believed really in crypto until they saw it on their Cash App.
Yeah.
oh shit, it is real.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's
oh,
on my
snap.
Cash App now. You know what I mean?
So
And
what's Ethereum?
Ethereum is just another type of crypto. So Bitcoin is the granddaddy. Grand is number one. It's the granddaddy of cryptos.
Okay.
And under crypto is Ethereum. You know, then you got, a bunch of other ones under those, thousands of other cryptos. You know?
Okay.
You got some that are like thousands of dollars per coin, some that are less than a penny.
$1,000 per coin?
And Bitcoin is 25,000 today. And it's been as high as 60,000.
What?
Yes.
So do you have to buy the whole coin in order to get it, or
No,
can you put a down payment?
Let's say, close. So let's say a coin right now is 25 racks. Right?
Yeah.
You could buy $10 worth of that. You could buy $1 worth. You can buy $100 worth. And then work your way up. You don't need to buy a whole coin. You can buy a piece of a coin. And then, or a fraction, and then keep going. And then if it goes up, you earn more. If it goes down, you lose more. But, you gotta learn. You gotta learn if you're gonna go long or short. You're gonna hold or you're gonna fold.
Yeah.
It's up to you. So what I tell everybody, who just wants to get into crypto, once you purchase your crypto, it's not just holding it. It's what you do with it while you got it.
What do you do with it?
Correct. So sometimes you can just hold it, and if Bitcoin hits 60,000, right? And you see it going up, and you're buying it high and holding, instead of taking it out, putting it in USDT or put it into another small coin that's going to grow up as well. You just might sell before it matures and lose your money. So a lot of people bought crypto before. Say they bought it at, say, whatever price, and they held on to it.
Yeah.
And then they never sold it or anything. And then one day it dropped because of the correction. They may lose and say, oh, I lost in Bitcoin, because they just weren't educated enough to know what to do with it while they had it.
Okay.
I mean, there's many ways to do it. I mean, and I tell everyone in the audience that I am not a crypto guru. I'm not even close. I just deal with a lot of crypto gurus.
Okay, so you in the rooms.
Yes, I'm in the rooms. I'm an associate with these people that sometimes they may never even see or meet or hear of. So in this game, there are guys way above us that you see every single day. I know guys right now that trade $50 billion a month.
What?
Yes. And these guys, they sit in front of computers 37 hours a day. 37 hours a day. They're in front of the computer learning this stuff. They're learning, when the entry points are, when the get out points are. They know way more than me. I'm not sitting in front of a computer that often per day.
But how do you know when to get out?
I don't. I ask somebody else, and they tell me, and I spread the word to my friends.
Ah, okay. So you got like a group chat or something.
Right. I have an associate that, hey, they'll say, Rodney, go buy this coin today right now. I say, okay.
Really? But you got to pay for that type of info? Because people don't give out that type of info like that.
But guess what? Let's say that if you're in it right now, and I get a good hit, somebody calls me and says, yo, I got a good hit. Go try this out. Go buy this right here.
What? I get down in that group.
You know what I mean? And, I have stuff now that I'm doing in the background.
Yeah.
I told people, hey, I got this one deal right now where the money don't even leave your account and you start earning money. Oh, that sounds too good to be true.
Hold on. The money don't leave my checking?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, right? But it sounded crazy a long time ago about Bitcoin, too. And look what happened.
Yo, facts.
Sometimes, some of these things, sometimes you got to take...
gotta take those risks.
No. I wouldn't say take a risk. I would say take a calculated risk. Every risk is not plausible. So, but if you do a calculated risk, it makes more sense. Okay. You got to know everything, but you have a little bit of education, a little bit of questions here and there, and don't think you're going to know everything or understand everything, because you're not. Yeah. You know what I mean? I didn't understand, Bitcoin, and one day I was making $400,000 a week.
$400,000 a week?
That's little compared to the amount of money that you can make these days. For example, Jeff Bezos, you ever heard of that guy?
Yeah.
That guy
on Amazon.
He makes $2,746 a second. But you didn't question him, but you questioned me.
Yeah, facts.
When those guys make that kind of money, it's easy, it's normal. When I make that kind of money, oh, really? You know what I mean?
I do think it's a psychology when it comes to us versus when we see them make that type of money.
And hence the question, how do we close the generational wealth gap with us?
No, you're right.
Some of us, we have to learn how to, I don't say trust, but get in the same groups, learn for ourselves, and get with somebody who wants to see you do well. I've failed more than I've won. I'd be the first person to say it. I've been in several different programs Well, I've won in the beginning. It went very, very well, but because of the gray area,
Yeah, facts.
sometimes the company might fail.
Yeah.
You know, while we were doing good, and the rug was pulled out from under us. And then because the rug was pulled out from under us, now I'm the scammer because the company failed. And because you saw me doing good.
I blame you, man. You brought me in.
Exactly. You know, and then I tell everybody, I say, well, anytime you do a major investment or any kind of investment at all, whatever you put in, once you start earning, pull a little bit out every single time to get your money back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you're playing with the house's money. But people get greedy. They see that money going.
Let it ride.
Yeah, let it ride. Let it ride, right? But, you got to be smart. It looks good. But, it is good. But sometimes you got to be smarter.
No, facts.
You know what I mean? That greed, man, sometimes. And greed is good. Being greedier is bad.
Being a glutton.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with greed.
Yeah.
It's being greedy. You know what I mean?
I saw a post with Warren Buffett, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he says Bitcoin is an asset that creates nothing. What are your thoughts about that?
I don't believe he even believes that. It's definitely an asset.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why he says that is because you can't tangibly see it.
Mm.
You can't. It's like when you do a transaction with a credit card.
Mm-hmm.
You swipe that card. No real money was passed through. It was just zeros and ones.
Yeah.
Digital.
Yeah.
And it's really done by offsets of zeros, checks, and balances on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
That is it. So that's how that's done. And crypto is done also through digital.
Okay.
Through the blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes because people say, well, if I can't see it or touch it, it don't work.
Yeah.
But now you have some of the most biggest companies right now using crypto to purchase large amounts of property and land. I mean, I purchased a lot of different properties and a lot of different stuff, cars and stuff with crypto.
With crypto.
Yeah. I mean, some of the biggest clubs, I won't say some of the biggest, there are plenty of clubs in Las Vegas, strip clubs. I've never been there, but I've heard of friends who've been there. But all they allow you to do is pay with crypto.
Wow.
Some of the girls will have a
Hold on, you
QR
paying a stripper with crypto?
Yeah, they'd have a QR code on their chest, tattooed,
What?
or on their shirt, and guy just goes scan it, blah, blah,
Get it?
and then say, she paid. She check her
Lap
phone,
dance?
well, or whatever. You never know. You never know. I never been. I've heard.
Yeah, you've heard. Okay, all right.
Exactly. Heard through the grapevine.
So how can you reinvent yourself with crypto?
So what I'm doing right now, one of the biggest transfers of wealth, again, is the cannabis industry. Right? One of the biggest problems that the cannabis industries have had is what to do with their money. Because banks won't take the cash because they don't know where it comes from.
Okay.
And it could commence into a lot of money laundering or whatever. So,
Hold on, so banks won't take money from like legal dispensaries and things like that?
No.
Really?
Nope. It's hard. They have these big giant bags of cash that ain't around. So that's why now a lot of times you'll see a Bitcoin machine inside of a dispensary. They'll take the money that they make, put it inside the machine, and get Bitcoin out. And they take the Bitcoin, and I'm telling too many stories now.
No.
Telling the whole story. Then they take the money from the Bitcoin that's in their Bitcoin account, and then transfer it from the Bitcoin to their bank.
Wow, that's crazy. But I thought certain states, the dispensaries were legal.
I didn't say they weren't legal. They still are legal, but the bank ain't taking that cash because they don't know where it came from. It can be from anywhere, anything. You got some banks right now, like Bank of America. You can't go in there and deposit cash in my account without you having an account there.
Oh, okay.
You have to be a member of that bank in order to deposit money in that account.
But if you have the dispensary, don't you have like a business account set up? And
a
all those
lot
types
of dispensaries, and this is not for everyone, but a lot of companies have dispensaries. It's still hard for them to deposit cash, and after a while you can do it until they stop it and they cut your account off. You gotta get another bank account. I mean, me being in crypto, I've had at least 12 banks because so much money comes in sometimes they don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
And they say, well, you don't meet our standards, or we're able to cancel you at any time because we want to. We reserve that right.
Yeah.
And they never tell me the reason why. But after a while, I figured out that reason why. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because I may have a lot of money coming today, and I may wire it back out the next day to take care of a bill or take care of something huge or whatever. So I'm doing lots of transactions every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And so I noticed that after that, I need to have more than one bank. You know, multiple banks all at the same time in order to get things done. Because sometimes my transactions get held up because a lot of these banks will not accept all transactions.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep.
So is that the Mr. Metapuff? I thought I saw on your website something about
MrMetapuff.com. Yeah.
What's that about?
Own your own virtual dispensary.
Virtual dispensary.
So, for example,
How that's happening?
same way you said earlier that you saw a smoke shop on the corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
A virtual a dispensary. That dispensary is only able to do a certain amount of business within that area,
Okay.
right? But if you have your own virtual dispensary with more products than that actual dispensary on the corner, now everybody can click on your link, order all of the mushrooms, all of the edibles, all of the intimacy lubes, all of the THC drinks. Most of these are all hemp-derived that are nano-emulsified in when they're being made, meaning with no synthetics. And it has a time release when you're taking it, which is actually sometimes a lot stronger than the actual flower you purchase at a dispensary or on the corner.
Really?
Yes. And now everyone that you know, which is you can throw a rock in any corner and somebody's 420 friendly. So now we're talking about a plant that can actually help you and you can earn an income from. Not only can you just join and learn and earn money from a virtual dispensary, you can pay to get in with crypto, and you can share it with your friends and get paid in crypto as well now.
What? So how do I get signed up with that? Like, how does that happen? How does the sign-up process work?
Oh, so I'm glad you asked. So this is the sign-up process. You go to MrMetapuff.com, right? Then there will be a video that actually explains everything I just went over from A through Z. Once you finish watching that video, under that video, which will be step 3, will say Get Started Now. You click on that link, and you get started now. Then once you click that link, it'll say, do you want to come in for 420 or 720? You know, and you click the 420 or 720, and you get in. Then the next step, it'll say, join our Facebook group. And now you'll be around others who can help and train and coach you. But if you went through my link and you didn't get a hold of me, then I'll train you from there.
Okay.
Just that easy. MrMetapuff.com.
So what made you want to get into, like, teaching all of this stuff?
I mean, the only way to help close the generational wealth gap is share with those, you know, who are more like myself, those who want it bad enough, those who are hungry, those who can't stand being normal and average and want more than just that out of life.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some individuals who are okay with them just being average. That's just not me. I mean, I don't want to drive around in an average car. I have a son. I have a family. I want to make sure that my son has the best example that he can have right next to him. And the best way to close the generational wealth gap is to become a leader yourself, period. Lead by example.
Okay. So do you believe we should give our children the things we never had or teach them the things that we never knew?
Oh, man, we got to teach them. I mean, like my son he's sharp as a whip. But that brother right now, he can't start a lawnmower. You know what I mean? You know,
How old is he?
He's 21 now.
21?
He's 21, yes.
And he can't start a
I mean, he ain't got to. You know what I mean?
Okay, no. I feel you. But do you think that's a bad thing, though?
Well, you know, if he had his own house, how you getting cut his own grass? I mean, I teach him now. I said, you know, I learned how to cut my own grass. Because that's all I did in order to pay my bills when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have no Pumas and Nikes. I mean, I had those skids, fish heads, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So if I wanted nice shoes or nice clothes, I had to go out there and work for it.
No,
Cutting
facts.
grass, edging grass, man. Newspaper stands, lemonade. I did whatever I could in those days in order to earn money.
Yeah.
And it's like my son, right? He's in a whole different, era.
I just feel like these kids is too entitled. It's like what you just said, what you was doing.
Super entitled. Super entitled.
duper.
You know what I mean? And but when I have my son, I teach him how to shop. You know, what the PLU codes are when we go to shopping.
PLU codes, what's that?
So when you go shopping, you should shop by PLU codes. You got some things to start with 9. If you start with a 9, it's fine. If you start with a 4, throw it on the floor. Let you know which is very, very GMO or which is very, very organic.
Okay.
So in these numbers, you'll see they go on your produce. it'll say 40082 or something like that.
Mhm.
And that 4 means it was genetically modified, right? If it starts with a 9, that means it's fine. I mean, it's really, really organic. It passed that test,
Wow.
right? So next time you go to the grocery store, start looking in your produce area under the PLU codes, or go to your phone and see which PLU codes you look for when you go shopping, so you know you're getting the proper stuff inside your body.
That's crazy. Okay, I never even knew that.
Mm-hmm. So I would teach him a lot of things he never heard of before. Then he'd go to school and teach his friends. His friends would be like, "Where did you learn that from?" He'd be like, "My dad." You know? And because I keep my son educated with things going to help him live a longer life, as much as I can.
No, of course. Yeah. But what are things that you're doing on a health tip that's keeping you? I saw it the other day. You look like you had the abs, the rock abs going.
Well, you know what? I gotta be honest, man. You know, I have an Instagram account, and every picture, a girl, she had her back to me, and she got a BBL. She got.
You don't like that?
Well, I ain't getting one. I'm not getting a BBL, but I mean, so I'm a little older now, so
yeah,
it's a little bit harder for me to lose and look at that chiseled shape than maybe the next guy.
Who you telling?
You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I said, man, I got me a little bit of money now. I said, I'm gonna go to Turkey, and I went there first to get my hair done. You know,
you did the hair too? There's hope.
Yeah, bro. Plenty of hope out there. Yo, that could be fixed in no time. You know
what?
Yo, I seen dudes go there with nothing, come back with something.
But is it your real hair or is it the spray?
No, it's your real hair, bro. I got a whole new hairline. What? You know what I mean? So I used to have real long dreads.
Okay.
And what happened was I found out as I got older, every time I got out of bed, the dread still be in the bed. The dread was still sleeping. You know, it was laying there, and I got up because it came out. You know, because it's getting thin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was long and heavy, so after a while it breaks. And I want to be one of those guys that you see in all the memes. He got a hat on, took it off, all this whole ball got 4 different.
They want to still hold on to it, bruh, let it go.
So I didn't want to let it go. I you know what? And I still haven't. I had a whole bag of dreads still in my drawer at home. Yo, I said, I'm not throwing these dreads away. I said, my head go back, I'm going to weed it back in. You know, but anyway.
Oh, so you went all the way to Turkey?
All the way to Turkey, bro. Because that's where they do the most hair transplants in the world. These guys, they do that stuff, man, like with their eyes closed.
Okay.
And not only that, it's much less inexpensive. And if you do it in the U.S., it's 10 times more. And you got to go back over and over again. They do everything in one day in Turkey. And think about this. I won't say every, but majority of the women that you see right now on Instagram, they've gotten something done to make themselves look better.
Crazy.
They've enhanced themselves one way or another. I just feel, why can't we enhance ourselves too?
I feel where you coming from, but I just feel like, man, let's put in the work. But in this regards, yeah, I don't know. This might be genetics.
Well, it could be, but that means it can be fixed also. Because it's got now science and technology and the stuff they have going on in these doctors' offices now is more and more and more, enhanced.
Yeah.
Right? And also with the workout thing. I was working out, but I wasn't chiseled either. You know what I mean? I said, I need some help. Hey, look, it's okay to ask for help, bro. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, so what did you get done there? Did you get abs?
It's called etched abs, right?
Etched abs.
So it's a type of lipo that they suck most of all the fat from around the abs, right?
So the love handles.
Oh, yeah, so I got that done first. In 2017, 2018, I got that done.
Okay.
The love handle had a little curve on my side a little bit, you know what I mean? And then recently, I was going to get my hairline done because I had like a little bald spot here. And because of the dreads, it pulled my hair back, right here.
Yeah.
So it looked like an M in the front. So I didn't want that no more. So,
yeah.
So when I was looking at the website, and I was like, oh, they had all these guys who got their abs done, and I said, I'm gonna get that too. Now, my first mind was like, no, it's gonna hurt. You know what I mean? But no pain, no gain.
So they didn't put you under?
Oh yes, bro. That was a whole nother experience being put under. You know what I mean? It was a crazy experience, because I never been under before.
Yeah.
And, bro, I woke up butt naked. You know what I mean? freezing cold, with a bunch of women around me looking at me, laughing and smiling. You know, I don't know what they did. I don't know what it did to me when I was passed out.
So now you can take your shirt off.
Oh man, I can take it off now. I ain't scared no more.
You flexing now.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been to so many pools, kept my shirt on. I was ashamed. I ain't gonna lie, I was ashamed, man.
You was hotter than a mug.
Yo, I was sweating and shit and everything, man. You know, hey, you gotta have sex with girls, gotta keep the shirt on.
Take the shirt off.
I was like, Winnie the Pooh.
So let me ask you a question, man. Do you think a person can talk themselves out of success?
That happens 90% every day.
Really?
90% of the time, you tell them an opportunity of how to be successful, and they'll talk themselves out of it. Well, what about this? And what about that? And they ask you so many questions. And they had that one of these questions before.
Yeah.
But as soon as you brought it up to them, they got a million questions like they know about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's okay. I have no problem with somebody wanting to be educated, you know, but they're talking themselves mentally-wise out of success. These days, if someone don't have success within 2 seconds, they're done. The reason why is because they want immediate gratification instead of delayed gratification. Remember, it took you 9 months to get here.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? You know, it reminds me of the story of the Chinese bamboo tree, where this is a true story, by the way.
Okay.
Where there's a seed you can buy, put into the ground, water it every day. For 10 years, you'll never, ever see it come out that dirt.
10 years?
10 years. Either 7 or 10 years. I'm not exactly how the story goes.
Okay.
But 7 or 10 years, you can Google this.
Yeah, we're gonna Google
the Chinese bamboo tree. This is a true fact. This is not fiction.
Yeah.
But in the 10th year, you can watch that tree grow out that ground to be, I think, 50 to 100 feet tall.
Damn.
Right before your eyes. But it took that long under the ground to be nurtured. All of the roots to get a better foundation.
Yeah.
To get the proper sun, the proper soil, the proper everything for it to be strong so it can grow to those heights. But most people, they don't see no growth immediately.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, next week, they give up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these days people are built a little different than I guess back in the day, or they're not taught differently.
No, facts.
Everything does not come immediate.
Yeah. It ain't microwavable.
Right. I mean, we want everything fast. There's nothing wrong with wanting it, but you got at least to overstand it may not.
Put in the work. Put
that work in. I mean, everything you do, I mean, even with myself right now, I mean, I go through, sometimes I get up in the morning, I can be up by, say, 5:30, 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get in front of my computer, and I'm so creative. When I look up, it is 8 or 9 p.m., and I don't know where the damn day went. I'm so focused on what happened.
You locked in.
I'm locked in so much, and I created so much.
Yeah.
In that time, because I was so I was dug in like a tick.
You see a benefit of getting up that early?
I mean, you get a lot of stuff done.
Okay.
I mean, I get a lot done. I mean, I party hard too, right? But when I do things like that, there is a method to the madness of the reason why I'm actually doing it. Even though the average guy or girl can't see it, they may even be involved. And they're doing one thing, in my mind, something else is being created.
Facts.
You know, I remember I used to go to all these clubs all the time. I spent a ton of money buying alcohol. You know, I had my name on the sign, blah, blah, blah. And everybody thought, why is this guy spending all this money in these clubs where these drinks, all you do is pee out? Most times I'm buying the drinks and everyone else is drinking it, number one. Number two, I'm there for the marketing.
Facts. I was about to say, Brandon.
Everybody there, they oh, look at this. You know, they filming everything.
Yeah.
And they posting it online, and my brand's getting bigger. And I paid for that sponsorship.
No, facts.
I paid for that sponsorship.
Yeah.
You know? So now, no matter where I go, someone says, oh, that's him. That's Bitcoin Rodney.
That's Bitcoin
because
Rodney.
I did that marketing.
No, facts.
You know, now I got celebrity superstars calling me to train and teach them about, you know, finance because I built that brand.
No, facts. So when's the next mastermind?
I'm working on that right now as we speak with this new thing, with the MrMetapuff.com.
Okay.
So now I'm trying to get people to be able to take advantage of this big trend wave right now of the cannabis industry and using that to also earn your crypto and still use your crypto on other things as well and make money in the cannabis industry by having your own virtual dispensary. So if anybody ever wants to increase their wealth with the largest transfer of wealth right now, which is in the cannabis industry, right, or AI, right?
No, facts.
Right? I have that link to go to. And I'll gladly help train and coach you. But you're going to need to have a mind that says, hey, I'm ready to go to work.
Ready to work.
Because, I don't play around.
No,
I mean,
facts.
I don't play when it comes down to making or changing someone's life. I take it very, very serious. I do what I can.
As you should.
Does everybody always make it? Majority of the people make it those who put forth the effort.
Exactly.
Those who cry and whine and, I don't have no friends, or I don't smoke. Don't come to me. Don't call me.
Yeah,
I'm not looking. You are not the person I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the person who wants it bad enough, man.
Exactly.
You know,
Willing
like
to put in
if
the
I
work.
started to choke your ass right now, as bad as you want that next damn breath,
Yeah.
that's how bad you gotta want it. Nothing less than that, man.
Eric Thomas.
Nothing less. Yes.
No, facts. Man, this has been so great, man. I'm so glad we was able to sit down and do this. Yo, you dropped so much gems here tonight. Let everybody know where they can find you at.
You can find me at BitcoinRodney.com. You can find me at The Real Rodney Burton, blue check mark. So that's very, very important. That's a question to get to.
Yeah.
So I was one of the most copied names on Instagram. They were scamming people.
Yo, it's crazy. You don't know who to trust.
Right. So, so a lot of times, even my lawyer got scammed by a fake me for 10 racks.
Damn.
A fake Rodney Burton. So I had to finally, I was paying people for a blue check and never worked, because I wanted to check just because I can keep my friends from getting scammed.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I know one lady, man, gave her last $40,000 to the fake Rodney Burton. You know what I mean?
Damn.
And then
I don't click on no links.
yeah, exactly. So so finally I got the blue check, and so now people know, hey, that's the real Rodney Burton.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why people
Solidified.
would click on a fake Rodney and then send money without calling that person.
Yeah, like you gonna send all that money without verifying?
Exactly,
Yeah,
but
you bugging.
but it happens every day. And then I have people who've been scammed by other people find me, call me, and ask me to get it back. I think, why didn't you call me before you went to a stranger to get scammed?
Damn.
You knew how you could call me. You could have called me first.
Exactly.
You want to try to beat me, or because the deal over here sounds better than
Yeah.
no. And then you got scammed, and you want me to help you get your money back.
Yeah. It don't work like
and
that.
I don't mind because I don't want you to nobody get beat.
Yeah.
But
Man, but this was love, man.
thanks a lot.
Definitely appreciate you for coming on the platform, man. Can't wait till you have the master class. You know what I'm saying? The mastermind.
Coming up
definitely gonna be
soon.
there. All right, man.
Look for it on the website to be there.
Yeah, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Williams. I Talk Gray, and we out of here.
Peace.